Hi there, everyone, and welcome to another special episode of Chill and Trade TV. If you're new to this channel, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. But if you're back here again, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And also, if you're not trade with a regulated FSCA broker, just click on the link in the description down below, and it will take you straight to the broker side, so you don't have to go and search for it. So in today's video, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be taking a look at AUD GBP, CHF, and Nzdjpy. So we're just gonna do an update and break down these pairs so that we can get trading opportunities for next week when the market opens. So with AUD this pattern, well, the outer pattern has been playing out for the longest time. So eventually we are still looking for the push to the upside. Let me just do this. This is what we are initially looking for, ladies and gentlemen, for this push up, for this push up. But since we can't wait for price to just play out all the way until there, we can just focus on what is currently happening here. So just gonna go down to the 4-hour time frame. For our time frame, let's see what pay we have here. What pay do we have here? I mean, what pattern, sorry, or structure we have here so that we can focus on capitalizing on current market movements. So we have those highs there, and we have these lows. Actually, let me use this. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is a pattern I think we are quite familiar with. It's a descending pattern, descending slash continuation pattern as well. So currently, ladies and gentlemen, once this pattern completes, once this pattern completes, we are eventually looking for buys. We are anticipating buys to the upside. We are anticipating buys to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. Because it's this leg. Let me just show you. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Where is this? We are looking to trade this leg, this push up. So eventually that is what we are looking for, ladies and gentlemen. This is what we are looking forward to or anticipating. So currently, since we have identified this pattern and seems like it's a possibility that it might give us a third touch. So I would say currently, ladies and gentlemen, just look for the short-term sell until this low. Once price gets to this low, look for reversals. I'll be anticipating reversals to the upside. We have this first touch there, second touch, and we are looking for that third touch. So you can look for short-term sells in the meantime, and once price gets here, look for the buys. Look for the buys. And once price breaks out of this pattern, continue looking for buys. But we'll touch on that once the market plays out as anticipated. But for now, this is our primary focus. It might happen next week, depending on how volatile AUD CAD is, and at least we'll be prepared. We will be prepared, remember. We will be prepared because I did say the overall move we are looking for is those buys. those buys. So just keep this pair on your watch list and pay attention to it. You can actually just be able to slip this pair because once the market opens next week, we are anticipating those moves to play out. All right, so now let's move on to Gbpchf. Gbpchf. Okay, let's go to the daily. Let's go to the daily time frame. So with this pattern, ladies and gentlemen, we were looking for the buys initially. If you go check out the last analysis I did, we are looking for buys, and we are still looking for those buys. We are still looking for those buys. Just because the market is moving funny, don't be uh don't be controlled by the market, guys. Don't be controlled by the market. Just adjust accordingly. Just adjust accordingly. So I want to cater for this recent touch, these recent touches, so that we have a nice clear structure and we can know which direction we are anticipating. So we're still looking for those buys, just happen in a different way. As you can see, once we adjusted the pattern, it made a bit of sense. I think this was just a three-step move. Three-step move. Yeah, it was just a three-step move. One, two, three. ABC three-step move. Okay, let's go to the 4 hour time frame and see what we currently looking for. Oh, this was a nice sell, guys. If you guys managed to spot this and you got this sell, it was a very nice sell. It was a very nice sell. But anyway, as you can see, GBP now that we've adjusted our patterns, we can clearly see or have an idea or where the market might possibly go. And as you can see, it's already been uh playing out. I mean, if you know the nature's theory, you can see that. Let me just show you. Push up, correction, push up, correction, push up, and then a bigger correction, which means now this is a push up, and then this is the correction. This is the correction. So according to the nature's theory, we know the probability that this is going to continue again to the upside. There's a high possibility that this might continue again to the upside. See, impulse and then correction and then another impulse. So nice and sweet, guys. Nice and sweet and simple. So this is what my focus will be, or the focus will be rather for next week when it comes to Gbpchf. Okay, let me just. I want a clean chart. I want a nice clean chart. I want a nice clean chart. Okay, so let's identify this pattern that we have here. Let's just identify the pattern we have here. Mm, and those highs, and it probably might still be developing or develop even more. Okay, should I use that low? Right, there we go. I think this is fine enough. This is fine enough, ladies and gentlemen. So just wait for the break. Once you get the break, you can have your first target here. You can have your first target there, then your second target at these highs. Your second target at these highs. but my overall bias for this pair is to the upside, is to the upside, is to the upside. So just wait for a strong breakout candle to indicate that there is momentum to the upside. There's enough momentum to the upside. Get a strong breakout candle, you enter, ladies and gentlemen, you enter. So that's it for Gbpchf. Let me move to Nzdjpy. Nzdjpy. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click on that notification bell, ladies and gentlemen. Just help the channel grow. Just help the channel grow. Let's go to the daily time frame. Let's go to the daily time frame so that we get the overall view. And with this one as well, if you check the last analysis I did, we're still looking for those buys. We are still looking for buys to the upside, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing much has changed except how the market has been moving, but the direction or what's this? The aggressive push is to the upside. Is to the upside. So let's just identify what we have right here. Let's just identify what we have right here. Okay, just gonna from those highs and then these lows. So now we have something solid and something clear. You can also actually just do a pattern from this by joining those lows, joining those lows, and then the highs, these ones. So you see, guys, now that we've gotten our analysis down, or our structures, or our playground, identified it, whatever you want to call it, we can see the market clearly now. So our focus currently is what's going to happen here. So we can have two possibilities here. One is that the market breaks out. Once it breaks out, you can enter exactly at the breakout, depending on the kind of candle you get. But what I've realized, or what I know, is that most of the time, price breaks out and then comes back for a retest when it comes to this kind of pattern, and then the push up. Or if it does break out and you miss the aggressive push, just wait for a smaller pattern, smaller continuation pattern. Same patterns I trade all the time, and enter at the breakout. Enter at the breakout, ladies and gentlemen. So that's the first probability we have for the buy. For the buy, it can either happen in one of those two scenarios. So just want us to have another clear chart so that we can look for the second scenario. Look for the second scenario. Like I say, I always take screenshots of what I am anticipating so that whichever setup plays out, that's the setup I take. That's the setup I take. I don't have to think about it too much. And it also keeps you disciplined, guys. If you do that, also keeps you disciplined. Because if you don't see any of those setups, then what are you doing in the market? What are you doing? So the other one is, since price has been let me see, push up, correction, push up. This might be another one. This might be another one before it pushes down again. And we might anticipate a third touch, because this looks like a uh, falling wedge. Looks like a wedge, ladies and gentlemen. Looks like a wedge might be playing out here. So that is why I said there is two possibilities when I look at Nzdjpy. Let me see. Let me see.